All right, Miss Nethercott, you able to hear me?
Yes, I am.
This is a citation, was issued on November 9th of this year on 58th Street there in Manlius Township, Allen County, state of Michigan. This is for failure to yield. You're here, Miss Nethercott, on this citation to do one of three things. First is you could admit responsibility to the citation, or two, admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide some sort of explanation as to how or why this happened. Or three, you wish to contest this citation. In other words, fight the ticket at what we call informal hearing. What were you looking to do?
I'm going to fight the ticket.
All right. Then what I'd ask you to do is
Yeah.
raise your right hand, the same way the deputy's going to raise her right hand. You swear or affirm that any testimony that you'd give here today would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, Miss Nethercott, I'm trying to swear you in. I don't see your right hand raised. There it is. All right. So it makes a lot more sense for me to start with the deputy. She has the burden to establish to me why you were issued this citation in the first place. But after that, you'll have an opportunity to either ask questions or testify on your own behalf. All right.
All right.
And with that, deputy, you want to pick up the narrative somewhere where it makes sense and explain the issuing of this citation.
Okay. I was dispatched to that area for a car accident. As I arrived on scene, I spoke with the other driver, and he stated he was at the stop sign. He then saw Miss Nethercott come up to the stop sign as well, saw that she had stopped. He then proceeded to go. The other driver stated that as he was almost completing his turn, that Miss Nethercott then went and had hit the back of his vehicle. And then I went and talked with Miss Nethercott, and she stated that she did see him stopped. However, she thought that she had the right of way, which is why she continued to go.
All right. So which part of which car hit who?
Miss Nethercott's front right of her vehicle had hit the back right of the other driver's truck.
All right. And what is the nature of this intersection? A four-way stop sign?
No, Your Honor. The two stop signs heading east-west are stop signs, and then 58th, you do not have to stop north-south.
And then, so can you just tell me which way the other driver was making a turn from where to where?
The other driver was on 136 heading west. He was then turning south onto 58th Street.
Okay. And she was?
Miss Nethercott was stopped at the stop sign on 136th Avenue facing the east.
Okay. All right, and Miss Nethercott, what is it you'd like to tell me?
I'd like to tell you that according to what I learned when I was learning driver's training and what I've learned since, is that because we were both stopped and 58th Street was very busy, that I waited for an opening and I started to pull across and he turned in front of me. I don't know about his stopping first or whatever that was, but I had the right of way.
Okay, but ma'am, if the front of your car hit the rear of his car, that would mean that you did not have the right of way.
I'm with Nana. I was always taught that the driver going straight had the right of way and the person turning had to wait. However, I'm pretty sure that's what the law says, and that it's just a matter of the fact that he started to turn first. And once he started to turn, it was her responsibility to wait and yield the right of way to him because she hit the back of his car, because the law says the driver of the vehicle intending to turn shall yield the right of way to vehicles approaching from the opposite direction with which is within the intersection or close to the intersection as to constitute an immediate hazard. But the driver having so yielded and having given a signal when it was required by the chapter may make the left-hand turn and drivers have to yield to him. So, yeah. He shouldn't have gone, but then she shouldn't have gone. Oh, yeah.
I don't understand.
Okay, what part of your car struck his car?
The right front fender,
All right, and what part of his car did you hit?
the back of his truck.
All right, that means that he was further into his turn than you were. You essentially rear-ended him.
But
Right?
that's not what I understand about the law.
Okay, but here's what I'm telling you about the laws. Anytime the front of your car hits the rear end of a car that's in your lane of traffic, that's always going to be your failure to yield. You didn't have a clear and unobstructed. Which way were you trying to go?
Straight across
Straight?
58th, straight across
Yeah.
58th, the east side of at 136.
All right, but as you tried to go straight, there was a car there who you were only able to hit the rear end of that car, right?
Yes,
That means they started their turn before you left your stop sign. So essentially, based upon the information as I hear it, that would be your failure to yield right away. With that being said, I want to make sure you understand, you do have a right to say, I don't agree with what just happened there, and I wish to have what's called a formal hearing in front of the district court judges would probably involve them subpoenaing that other driver as well, because the prosecutor's office would be there handling the case instead of us just having an informal. But for you to have a formal hearing, you must do two things. One is you must ask for that within 7 days of today's date. That window of opportunity closes. And two, you must come in and ask for that formally in writing, because you would have to post a bond and able to have a formal hearing. Do you understand your rights on appeal?
yes.
All right, then we are all set here, ma'am. I'm going to go ahead and release you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And you're all set. That was the only one, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.